So yeah, as long as you don't query things about how you're paying your fee and stuff like that, they won't ask for a bank statement as normal practice.
Because that's like usually what most students are scared of when they hear precast interviews.
Yeah,
So
it's nothing really to be worried about, and to be honest, if anything, it's actually good preparation if UKVI ask for an interview. So it just kind of gives you an idea of kind of some of the questions that potentially UKVI may ask if you're invited for an interview with
thank
UKVI.
you so much.
So yeah, it's nothing really to be too worried about, but just prepare well for it. Just simple knowledge of the course, knowledge of accommodation, knowledge of your fees and how much you've paid already and what scholarship you've got and how you're going to pay the fees, whether that's family or whatever.
Thank you so much. I think pretty much to prepare for this precast interview, it will be best to also put out time, put out your knowledge into writing your statement of purpose, which pretty much is like what would guide you
Exactly.
into answering the questions accurately.
Exactly. So
It's
yeah,
not a big deal. Thank you,
exactly.
sir. Okay, so I have another question here. Uh, okay, so I know we've been having a lot of masters in research questions. I don't know if that has been cleared.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we kind of touched on that a minute ago.
Okay.
So yeah, with the MRes, we do only offer one course in MRes, which is pharmacy and biomedical science. And currently, we had to reach out to UKVI to ask about dependents, and they said, unfortunately, that we can't allow dependents on that because of the setup of the research element on it. What I would say is for most institutions in the UK, dependents will be okay to come on the MRes. So yeah, but what I would say is just double check with the institution first. Um,
Okay. Thank you so
because
much.
yeah, the vast majority will accept dependents on an MRes. Some just depends on the makeup of that course.
Okay. Great. So I wanted to also ask, you mentioned 700 hours experience for the nursing students. Wanted to know, or students is asking to know how many years experience they will be needing to put in an application for nursing.
Yeah, so it's just so this is for the masters and for undergraduate bachelors. Obviously, you don't need that work experience, but for masters, yeah, it's the
Oh, great.
700 hours. So that would be, I believe that's probably going to be around 5 to 6 months full time employment. So I mean, it can even come as just voluntary experience as well. There will obviously be a reference request for that experience. So through the application process, they call it a portfolio, but it's essentially just a description of what your work experience is, and where you've gained that work experience. So for us, it's essentially just a healthcare setting. So it doesn't necessarily have to be directly within nursing. It could be and anything healthcare related. And we will, we can be a little bit flexible on that. Because I think the important thing, as I said earlier, in terms of the masters in nursing, it's still a taught program. So yeah, I think that's the key thing to remember that it is taught. There is placements. You are still learning on that. And the main thing they want to know, so there will be an interview as part of the nursing programs on Microsoft Teams. Um, Really, what they're looking for is people that want to work in nursing. That's really the key thing. So especially in the interview, you really want to get across your desire to do nursing as a career. But in terms of general entry requirements for masters, it will be a bachelor degree in any discipline. There's 700 hours of experience, and then WIEC of C5, WIEC or NICO of C5.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. More questions. Do we have availability for postdoctoral research, that's PhD
Yeah,
programs?
so we do PhD. So generally across any course area that we offer at master's or bachelor degree level, we will have PhD options in all of those. We do, a lot of research at the university.
We have some open for September.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they're open all year round. So there's like 3 or 4 different entry points for PhD. The important thing for PhD is that on our website, we have an inquiry form. So through that inquiry form, you can fill that in and it goes to our doctoral academy. And then they'll kind of try to match you with academics in your kind of course area. So on the website, if you look under the sort of application area, sort of admissions area, um, or how to apply section of the website, there is an option on PhD where there is an inquiry form that you can complete, and then we try and match you with an academic to apply for that PhD.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I froze for a moment again. We're having serious lag with the network today. My apologies. Okay, so this question is from a student as well. She wants to know, her daughter is taking WIAC by June. Results should be out by last week in July. Her daughter will be turning 17 by January next year. So she wants to know if it's possible for her to get an admission by September for a foundation course in nursing.
Okay, so in theory, yes. I think for us at the moment, we don't have a direct pathway for nursing. We will accept nursing foundation years, but we don't currently have one set up within the university. What I can do is potentially try and ask, so rather than doing what's called an international foundation year, is to try and come directly onto the foundation year with us at LJMU. Now, that would be basically an inquiry that if you could send to me directly, I will speak to the admissions team to see if we can accept onto the foundation year directly with us at the university. Currently, we partner with an organisation called Study Group for our international foundation years. At the moment, there isn't a progression directly onto nursing from that foundation year. But there are others that we can accept. So there's ones called NCUK who are based in Lagos actually and in Abuja. And I think they have other centres across Nigeria. So we can accept that. But I think the best option would be to kind of join ourselves at the university to do the foundation with us. So yeah.
So let me just take this last question because I want to believe my director has attended to the rest questions, and also we're sort of running out of time for today's session. Okay, so last question would be, do I need experience? Okay, so this is 2-in-1 question. Do I need experience for masters in supply chain management and logistics? Secondly, is the transcript, must it be official or unofficial? That's as part of the requirements, documents required.
Sure. Yeah. So for the supply chain program, we don't need direct work experience. It would be basically a bachelor degree. Yeah, it would just be a bachelor degree. So you don't need the work experience at all for that. It's just the bachelor degree in some, ideally kind of at least a business related discipline for supply chain. And then in terms of the transcript, yes, we do require official transcript. Sometimes we can accept the official certificate. If you're struggling to get the transcript, you'll just have to let us know. And our admissions team may have some flexibility, but they need at least the official certificate or official transcript.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Nicholas Pete. It was really nice having you today for the session. It was brief yet detailed, and I particularly enjoyed it. And I'm sure that our students also did. Please, if you have any more questions or inquiries, my email will be in the chat box as well as my WhatsApp line, so you can reach me, send us an email, send us message on WhatsApp, and we'll definitely respond to you. I will definitely respond to you. So thank you so much for today's session once again. It was really good to have you. So sorry, I apologize for my network. It was unexpected, but it is what it is. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Nicholas.
Okay, so I think my
I
director
think
Okay.
has
network
something to say.
has been having issues in the last few days. We had a lot of students who could not who kept getting in and out of the session because of the network. So we've been asked to send them the session. But thank you so much. It was worth having you in, and we'll make sure to pass on the recording to students who missed out on today's session as well. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
All right. Georgina, you can close up now. Okay,
Sure.
thank you everyone. I
Thank
think she's
you.
frozen again. Thank you
Okay,
everyone
bye,
for
bye,
joining
bye.
in. I think Georgina will drop in her contact details as well in the group chat. And if you have any direct questions, especially for the WIEC, if you could reach out to Georgina, we can pass on your inquiry directly to Nicholas, and then of course have every answer you need for your daughter. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye.